talk about what you actually need to know about breastfeeding, so you don't waste your time on bad advice, feeling like you're failing when you're actually not. For the past 5 years, I've worked with tons of mothers. I'm an internationally board certified lactation consultant, and I have seen it all. The struggles, the myths, the game-changing truths that can actually make or break your breastfeeding journey. And trust me, number 7 alone could save you so much pain. So, let's get into it. The first thing I wish I knew was how to establish a strong milk supply from the beginning. All right? Your milk supply starts before your baby's even born. You're going to have colostrum. Colostrum is powerful. It is just magical. There's so much good in your colostrum. So, on that first day, you want to have skin-to-skin contact immediately after birth, if you can. I had emergency C-sections where they had to take my babies away to the nursery and do a bunch of checks on them, and one of them ended up in the NICU. So sometimes you can't have that immediate skin-to-skin contact, but what we can do is get the milk out. We can hand express and just get some milk out on that first day. More frequently our baby can nurse, or the more frequently we remove milk, the better our supply is going to be. Number 2 is that our body works on a supply and demand relationship. So the more milk I remove from my body, the more milk I'm going to make. I can take all the cookies and teas and any drops, whatever I want to, but if I'm not removing that milk, if I'm letting it sit for too long, my body is going to shut down how much milk I make. Number 3 is that cluster feeding is healthy and normal, even though it is super exhausting. Sometimes babies will cluster feed, and this is when they go through this massive growth spurt, and they're feeding like every hour, and it's exhausting. And sometimes it's like every 10 minutes. You're just like, I just fed you. How are you hungry again? This can happen in that first week. This can happen when they're 3 weeks, but it happens multiple times. There will be a few days where your baby is just eating like mad, and it is so exhausting. But it's just a few days, and we need to keep an eye on their diaper output. That's what lets us know, like, are they really like going through a growth spurt and this is cluster feeding, or are they not getting food? Pumping is a great tool. I wanted to see visually how much milk was coming out, but what I wish I knew was that babies tend to be, on the average, they are more efficient than pumps. So what I'm getting out while pumping is nothing compared to what they're actually able to remove, as long as they don't have any oral restrictions. Pumps were made to mimic how a baby feeds. So yes, they're great tools, but they are not superior to our baby's ability. If we are exclusively pumping, though, we do need to be pumping every 2 to 3 hours in that first few weeks to really establish a strong milk supply. And typically the best times to pump are the morning because of a hormonal thing that happens at night, and we have a whole lot more milk in the morning. So if you are doing both, breastfeeding and pumping, rule of thumb, breastfeed your baby first, pump after if you're trying to increase your milk supply. Stress is a huge milk killer. Calming our minds, calming that shallow breathing, turning it into deep breathing, this alone can help us remove more milk. Now, it can be daunting and terrifying when we start to notice a dip in our supply. And sometimes our bodies will create these natural dips, but other times we do need to make more milk, and we need to start like getting that milk production higher. So if you're nodding along and you're thinking, yeah, I actually need help with this, I made something for you. It's a 7-day Boost Your Milk Supply workbook. It has action steps, it's got a pumping log, it's got tips, it's got ideas of what decreases your supply versus what can actually help you increase your supply. And it even has some recipes in it. It's helped a lot of moms feel more confident, calm, and yes, produce more milk. So you can grab that below. I also wish I knew why some moms actually struggle with low milk supply. And sometimes it's not a pumping issue, right? It's actually birth trauma, it's PCOS, or it's thyroid conditions. All of this can affect your milk supply. Poor latch, improper removal, not enough stimulation in the first few weeks. All of this can have a ripple effect on our milk supply. When it comes to positioning, baby's tummy should be against mommy's tummy. Let me get my baby. So I was feeding initially with my baby turned up and their head turned to the side. This causes more Shallow latches, it's not comfortable for a baby because, like, imagine you're drinking out of a cup like this. That's basically what's happening to them. So they're not able to remove milk as efficiently. We're uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable. Just the simple switch of turning baby chest against me, head, neck, and spine in a line. That can save you so much pain. And it gets them a deeper latch, and it gets them removing more milk more efficiently. I also wish I knew that pain is not normal. It's actually a sign that something's going on and I need more support, because I was in so much pain. I dreaded feeding my baby. And then that made me feel like I was a terrible mother. When I told people, they just said, yeah, it just hurts. Sometimes it bleeds, you know? It's totally normal. It is a sign that you need more support. You need help, because breastfeeding should not cause you pain. You shouldn't need a pain chart when we're talking about breastfeeding. If it does, there's something going on. Every challenge that you are going to go through is going to have a solution. So get support. Do not suffer alone. Do not grit your teeth and bear it. You deserve care. You deserve to be taken care of. Your role as a parent, as a mother, is so pivotal, and it's important that you are healthy, because you set the tone of the house. You set the tone of the family. And if mommy is healthy, if she is operating out of a flow of excess, families will be healthier. I also wish I knew that it was okay for me to supplement for a time. I felt so much guilt when I couldn't increase my milk supply in the beginning, and my baby needed more food, and I wasn't making it. I wish I had gotten more help. I tried, and I got... If you are struggling, there is help out there. There are lactation consultants like me who want to help you. We want to stop the pain before it becomes too much. Depression rates in mothers is staggeringly high, and I think a lot of it comes from this, it's multifaceted, right? But also just this pain, entering with so much pain and so much confusion. So if you want one-on-one support, I would love to help you. You can click the link below. Otherwise, there should be lactation support groups, mother support groups in your area that you can find if you look to La Leche League, or you just search for a mom's group. There's got to be something, hopefully. And if there's not, maybe you can make it. Breastfeeding, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. So combo feeding is actually a great option too. Give yourself grace. You and your baby are learning together. This is a new skill. And if you want to know the secret weapon almost nobody talks about when it comes to boosting your milk supply, I have this video for you right here. Hope it helps. Love ya. See ya, pizza.